Welcome to The Edge of the Unknown, Stories of Growth and Grit, a podcast about resilience, transformation, and rediscovering yourself after life's most challenging moments. I'm Lisa, and I have walked the path of heartbreak, betrayal, and reinvention, and I am living every day as an adventure. Here, we embrace the messiness of growth, uncover the strength within, and learn to rewrite the stories we tell ourselves. Each episode will feature stories that will help you feel seen, find clarity, and reconnect with who you are. Let's get going. Hi, friends. I hope you're doing well. I have been sitting with some big lessons lately, and one of them that really landed is that it's not about being fearless. It's really about being courageous. And that's the theme I'm going to explore with you today. But first, let's get grounded. So, if it's safe, I invite you to close your eyes. If not, maybe just do a little wiggle, get into your body. And I invite you to picture the place where you feel the most calm and the most safe. Is that place a beach? Is it the forest? Or maybe it's just your favorite chair at home. Now I invite you to take a deep breath in and let that calm fill you up. Let the safety fill you up. And then when you exhale, imagine your fears floating away. A few more deep breaths through your nose. Breathe in calm and safety. And exhale those fears. Couple more deep breaths. And then I invite you to take an extra deep breath. And this time I invite you to breathe in gratitude. And then hold it in your heart for a moment. Now exhale, but keep that gratitude with you. As I like to start every episode, I like to share what I'm grateful for. And as I share my gratitude, I invite you to think about yours. Today, I am grateful for these three things. First, leaning into a big life decision that I just made. Scary? Absolutely, but exciting too. And I'll share about it soon. Second, my youngest child is thriving in his second year of college. He is surrounded by friends who make him feel safe and seen. And third, my trivia crew. Smart friends, a good brewery, and bringing the dog along. Now that's joy right there. So, what are you grateful for today? So, let's get started and talk about our theme of fearless versus courageous. So recently, I had the pleasure to attend an event with some incredible heart-centered women. We were doing some exercises and sharing words describing ourselves, and the word I chose was fearless. My exercise partner, Jennifer, gently called me out and basically said, fear isn't always bad. And the more we discussed, the more I realized I am not fearless, not even close. What I am is courageous. Because courage is about doing the things despite the fear. It's saying, yeah, I'm scared, but I'm going to do it anyway. Starting over as an entrepreneur? Definitely not fearless. When I lost my job, the safe and smart move would have been to go back to work in insurance, to get a steady job, a steady paycheck. But I knew in my soul that I had to try doing things my way. And let me tell you, wondering how the bills get paid, terrifying. Putting myself out there and networking and asking for clients. So scary, but I keep showing up anyway. That's courage. Buying an RV and choosing to live in it, not fearless. So here's a story to talk about that. Last year, I was driving home from Boise, Idaho, where I had attended a fabulous event for women. And a freak October snowstorm hit in Wyoming. Semis were blasting past me, spraying slush everywhere, and I was white knuckling the steering wheel, terrified. Later that afternoon, I recorded a video, and I'm going to share it here, and you can hear the fear in my voice. And it was a lot. As I was driving home from Boise, this is what I ran into. Yep. There's inches and inches of snow all over. And it's blowing and it's blizzardy. And luckily I stopped Little America to pee and get gas, and they have an RV park because I was just terrified to get back on the freeway. Maybe I'm not cut out for this. Maybe this isn't a good idea. I mean, I just need to figure things out because this is only the second trip I've been on, and the good news is that it started snowing hours and hours ago, and I made it, and I just drove slow and got off of Highway 30, where over those mountains were pretty snowy. Merged onto I-80. I'm sure I-80 is going to be fine, but I'm actually pretty scared, so I decided I'm going to stay here. So hopefully tomorrow the roads are clear and I can get back home. So yeah, I'll tune in later when I'm feeling a little bit better. So every time I watch that video, I can feel it in my body, what I was feeling that day. And I did record a video the next day, and I am going to share that one just to show the difference. Oh my goodness, what a difference a day makes. The sun is out, the roads are clear, and I'm going to head home. So yesterday I was feeling quite icky, and now I'm feeling okay. I think I leveled up. I got some points, my badass points, chucked up, and I leveled up. So, safe driving. So that is a much different day. So I felt better, and the mindset was, you know what? I leveled up. I got some badass points. So ever since then, whenever something goes wrong, I just chalk it up to my badass points. Yeah. So then, the other scary, not fearless thing I've done recently is I spent 2 months solo traveling through Europe. 6 weeks walking across Spain on the Camino de Santiago. Yeah, that can be pretty scary. Now, yes, there were plenty of other pilgrims, and I wasn't completely alone, although I wasn't with any one person in particular. But eating alone in restaurants, navigating public transportation, especially in Paris, where I spoke zero French, or even Porto, where I spoke only a little tiny bit of Portuguese. Those things are terrifying, but I did it. And every single woman that I met who was traveling solo said the same thing. Not one of them regretted it. Many even preferred it. Courage doesn't erase fear, it just moves forward anyway. So, how do you build your own courage? Here are a few things that help me. The first one is just go for it. I know it sounds kind of cliche to just do it, but fear keeps us from joy. The leap itself is usually scarier than the landing. The second thing is to do your homework. Knowledge is power. Research, ask questions. Just don't get stuck in the doom scroll. Facebook groups can be a great way to learn from people who have been there and done that. And yes, even AI can help. Use it for research sometimes, but like everything online, take it with a grain of salt. So, the third item is to prepare, but don't obsess. Pack for worst case scenarios, but don't live there. Travel insurance? Yes. 3 a.m. spiraling about what ifs? No. And have a support system. So when you're doing something scary, have a friend on speed dial, a sibling, a coach, someone who reminds you that you've got this. And then reframe the story. Bad days make great stories. Remember that AJR lyric? It's 100 bad days make 100 good stories. 100 good stories make me interesting at parties. I live by that. And then don't forget to collect your badass points. Every challenge adds to your total. Even the jellyfish sting I got swimming in the Mediterranean Sea in Costa Brava. Yes, it hurt like hell. No, I did not have someone pee on it, but it did make a great story, and I would do it again. And it leveled me up. So, no, I am not fearless, despite wanting to portray myself as such. I worry about my future just like everyone else. But I am courageous, and so are you. Every time you take a step forward, in spite of your fear, you're stacking up your own badass points. That's how we grow, and that's how we thrive. Now, I'm curious, what's the most courageous thing that you've ever done? Was it big and bold, or small and quiet, but life-changing? Please send me a message or a comment or an email. I would love to hear your story. And you know what? I am going to be featuring more and more women and their stories on this podcast. So have a wonderful day. And even if you're scared, just go out and do it and be courageous. Thank you so much for listening to The Edge of the Unknown. If this episode resonated with you, please take a moment to rate and review the podcast. It will help more people find my stories. If you know someone who needs to hear it, please share it with them. And if you have a story of resilience, transformation, or reinvention that you would like to share, I would love to hear from you. Whether you are navigating a major life transition or just want to talk about what's next, I am here to support you. Until next time, remember, you are stronger than you think, and your next chapter is waiting.